is up, Pisces? Welcome to your general timeless reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't force it to fit. Let's get into it. So I'm actually doing your reading the second time because the first one I got a little too sassy, and so I was like, I should probably be careful. So let's see what comes out this time, and hopefully I can temper myself a little better. Pisces, let's see what's going on for you. Lovers, Seven of Pentacles, golly. Seven of Wands, the Lovers, and the Seven of Pentacles. So you're making decisions on what it is you really want to invest in, and you're standing up for that. I like this. It makes a lot of sense because with Saturn in your sign, Saturn in Pisces, which is ruled by Neptune, while Neptune is home in Pisces, that dynamic leads you to learning how to set boundaries, because Saturn is about reality. Neptune, which is the planet that you rule and which is in your sign right now, is about the fantasy. So you start to see the difference between, okay, what's potential or fantasy or daydream and what's the reality of things. And you start to really set solid boundaries because you're like, wait, no, these are very separate. Like, yeah, you have the potential to be XYZ, but the reality is this. And if I really want to progress towards XYZ myself, I need to have this boundary and stop expecting it to happen when it happens, right? So it's really making the decision to stand up for yourself. And the Seven of Wands there on the end is this energy of defense, but not necessarily in a toxic way. It's almost like courage, a courage to defend what is important to you, whether it be your beliefs, your opinion, your physical self, your spirituality, your emotions, all of it. It's a very healthy energy. In reverse, not so much, but yeah. So let's see what else we got going on for you, Pisces. Here they come. Okay, so apparently I can't avoid them because they showed up in your other reading too. Three of Pentacles, the Hermit. They're just indecisive. And the Nine of Pentacles. They're like, I want to build with you, but I don't know how to ask to build with you because I'm insecure. And I'm not shaming them. We all have insecurities, and that's part of our lesson as a soul, is to move through life addressing the insecurities, wounds, attachments, addictions, codependency, all of it. That whole umbrella, that is the ego, right? So with the Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles, there's a Six of Pentacles energy between the two, meaning that the imbalance is rooted in the insecurity, right? This person is intended to rebuild a foundation or just build a foundation with you, but there's a lack of faith that they can do it. So this could show up as a partner who's like, I don't feel worth your time or your energy. I don't feel worthy of this relationship. This could also show up as like somebody that you do business with where they are really insecure about the role they have in the workplace, and they're really struggling to like suggest ways of doing things or building things. And so this individual needs to learn how to balance their energy better, because this to me feels inconsistent. It's like they might show up sometimes and other times they're feeling too scared to really show up. And that's why they have the Hermit. The Hermit is here. It's almost like they think so much that they're not getting clarity. They do need to really sit with themselves and work through this, but this does feel a little bit more like an Eight of Swords than it does a Hermit energy. I also feel that this is you observing them. Hermit is Virgo energy. What else do we have here, please, Spirit? Okay, so then we have the Tower, the Chariot, and the King of Cups in reverse. Okay. So right back to it. Yeah. And then you have the Five of Wands in reverse. You're kind of checked out. You're like, listen, like you got to deal with that. But I'm over here trying to set healthy boundaries, working on myself. I ain't going to fight with you. And I have things I got to get done. I feel like emotionally you might be shutting down to things external to yourself a little bit. But at the same time, you know, it's like not the right thing to do, but the thing that you're meant to do in this moment, right? The destined. That's how I would put it. The more destined thing for you to do is to really allow this transition, allow your passion and your desire to set healthy boundaries to help move you forward, right? And eventually your heart space will open back up to other people. But right now you're turning a lot of that love internally, which is great because Saturn retrograde, Neptune goes retrograde at the end of the week, right? So you have both the planets in your sign going through a review, which often means that we're internalizing the aspects of those planets. So you're really starting to take a look at where you need to mature, where you need to grow, where you need to buckle down, where you need to have more structure, as well as where you need to let loose. What illusions are you still attached to? What distortion are you attached to? What fantasy do you want to fulfill? What spiritual concepts do you really want to dive into and solidify in your life, right? What part of you in your higher self do you have to deepen your connection with? Okay, so that is what Saturn and Neptune are going to be doing in your sign at this moment in time. So I do think that you're going to be taking some space from the people around you, and maybe if you have a tendency to want to help or heal or like solve their problems for them, you're getting to a place of like, listen, just, it's not mine to carry. It's not mine to carry. Doodle. Let's clarify. Let's see what's going on. My sweet pea. I kind of want to use no I don't. Yes I do. No I don't. Do I want to use this? No I definitely don't. When I struggle to take a deck, it's usually because you're in the midst of changing energy. So like you're going through a shift in your consciousness is how I would say it. So you're ending one cycle, you're going into another, and in turn your frequency is going to change because you're ending a karmic contract of some sort or solidifying a lesson, and karma is just lesson. So Grand Lux Tarot. I love this tarot deck. I really do. It was one of my first ones. It's just a great deck. I love all Sierra Marchetti's decks though. They're great. So let's see what's going on here. Oh, you're definitely going through the lesson of boundaries. You're like, should I talk to them? Should I not talk to them? Wait, no, I have to stay focused on what it is I want to build for myself. But I kind of want to solidify this lesson, and I really want to confront them now. But something intuitively is telling me not to. Listen to your damn intuition. Don't do it. Keep focusing on yourself. Build what it is you are building internally. And just kind of like let yourself be. Let yourself be, sweet pea. Let's look at the Seven of Wands. Yeah, Ten of Cups. Yeah, you're protecting your peace right now. Something about this really is, I kind of want to say draining. Just like a little too draining for you. You're like, nah, I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah, Five of Cups. There it is. Five of Cups is the card of mourning, which is quite literally like, when I see the Five of Cups, I think about the faucet turning on. All of your water or your emotional self going down the drain. You're like, let me drain all this crap in me from this relationship or dynamic or family situation that has not been pleasant. Just not been pleasant. Let's just get rid of it. Okay. Let's look at the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so this person feels very different. They feel kind of like, I don't want to say bad things. Okay, I'll take it. I was about to say they felt like a Queen of Wands in reverse, and I had some other choice words, but I chose not to say them. Go me. Queen of Cups upright. I like this. I kind of like this. I still feel the Queen of Wands, which tells me that they might have a tendency of like emotional manipulation. Lovers. Oh, very divine connection. Doesn't have to be romantic. Gemini, Cancer energy here. Okay. I'm not against it. I'm not against it. There's just something that feels off about it though. It just feels a little off. They do love the relationship. But what's off is not about the relationship. It feels off, and that's why they have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Nine of Pentacles is just, it's someone who doesn't feel like stable or secure. And so like energetically, typically when we feel energy, it's in waves or it's in vortexes, right? Because you have frequencies, but then energy also moves in a vortex. So it's very smooth. And when energies feel like really rigid or like bumpy or not a smooth wave, like it's like a rigidy wave, that to me is a signal that like it's off, like something's just not right. Let's look at the Hermit. I'll probably show up here. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, and yeah, so there's a codependency. Empress in reverse. Yeah, yeah. Sorry. I just don't, it's not fun. And it makes sense that you have somebody in your reality that is expressing codependent energies or tendencies. It doesn't mean that they are a textbook codependent. Everybody has some codependent or narcissistic traits somewhere at some point in their life that they're going to have to heal. It's just like human right? Especially in society today. Traits do not mean that you are those things though, okay? So don't attach to it too much. It's a really big umbrella. Anyway, there's a part of them that does not see these codependent tendencies. This could be people pleasing. It could be self-sacrificing. It could be expecting you to talk to them all the time, or wanting a lot of your time and energy, or not being able to stand up for themselves or really to ask for what it is they need. They get upset because they expect you to know what they need or know what they want. And the reality of it is, when we're in any kind of partnership, platonic or romantic, we need to learn one another. We need to learn, like, hey, when I'm upset, I like space. Just because when you're upset, you want a big old hug, or you want me to chase you when you storm out of a room, does not mean that I'm the same way. When I storm out of a room, I want to be left the fuck alone. Right? People are going to move differently, and that's okay. But it's those uncomfortable conversations that allow us to learn how one another moves, and allow us to realize that the way we move, and just because we might want something when we feel XYZ, does not mean somebody else is going to want that when they feel XYZ. And that's kind of what this person's going to be going through, and you're learning to meet your own needs. So just be mindful of that. Let's see what I want to get. Yeah. Judgment, 4 of Wands. I just don't see this lasting very long. I think that you'll repair the foundation and eventually outgrow each other. If you want me to be blunt, sweet to the point. Not really sweet, but straight to the point. Yeah, you're going to fix the foundation because it will help them heal the wound. It will help you learn boundaries, but it's not going to be meant for you long term. It's not going to be something that really turns into a stable long-term relationship. I think that it's because you're moving into much different spaces, but it's a very divine relationship because you're healing a very deep wound. So on the Tower, you have the Wheel of Fortune, the Hermit, and the Ace of Wands. I'm not going to take them anymore. So you have majors and a cyclic energy. This is a very strong soul connection, and because it's a strong soul connection, you're going to learn deep lessons. So you're probably going to resurface a lot of wounds together. Doesn't mean that this is going to end anytime soon. Time is fluid, energy is fluid, so it's going to be different for everybody based on how they move through their energy and where their Pisces placement is. So with the Tower, which is Mars, the Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter, and the Hermit, which is Virgo, it's also Sagittarius and Aries, Scorpio. These energies tell me that this divine shift is really going to allow you both to evolve and grow within yourselves on a spiritual level, which makes sense because, again, you rule Neptune, and Neptune is in retrograde in your sign. So even if you're going through this change, it's going to have a trickle effect into your relationships. You're going to have a sudden realization in regards to what it is that you're actually destined to do or meant to do, or with a shift that you're meant to experience right now. And intuitively, you're going to start moving in that direction. That's why the separation is happening. It's not because you're bad for one another. You're great for one another in regards to where you're at currently in your life. You're helping one another heal. But after that, it's kind of like, great, cool. That was awesome. We went on that journey together. I got to go on to my next one. So I'll see you next time if it comes back around, right? And that's pretty much how it is. Let's look at the Chariot. Oh, my Atlanta rocket shipped all the way over there. Where is it? Guys, we would. Why? Why, Pisces, you had to be difficult. I got it though. Bear with me. Making progress. 6 of Swords. Okay, I like that. 6 of Swords, 3 of Cups, 9 of Wands, 7. Okay, oh, this is cool. You're going to have new friends and family or a soul tribe come in. This could even be a romantic partner, but you're going to be a very close friendship first. As you move forward away from all this chaos, as much as you're going to miss this energy, as much as you're going to miss this person, there is going to be kind of like, okay, I'm almost at the end of this cycle. I know things are difficult, but I'm also looking forward to what it is I'm about to like reap from what I have sown, from what I have learned. I like this energy. Let's look at the King of Cups. It's going to catch you off guard, these relationships. I feel like you might initially want to stay shut down, but really what it is that it's just different. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. I feel you're really protecting yourself. You might show up very practical, very grounded in these relationships because you're not trying to get hurt or have to experience any anxiety or stress again in your relationships. You're just being a little bit more discerning, not so knee-jerk reaction. Yeah, sure, come into my life, right? I like this. With the 3 to the 4 of Pentacles, there is an Ace of Pentacles, so this is your new beginning. Six of Pentacles, King of Wands. Yeah, you're going to be very confident in yourself, and I feel like you're going to be very focused on your work at this time, or for your finances. You have a lot of Pentacle energy, so this tells me your material world, your physical health, your finances, and your work are going to be the focus. Makes a lot of sense with Capricorn, Saturn energy in your sign. It is about legacy, and it's about long-term commitments. So you're probably going to be faced with overcoming a scarcity mindset, and that's really what this has to do, which basically translates to your self-worth. Because if you do not feel worthy of abundance in any form, love, peace, money, or the material world, or your physical health, your self-worth, that like you don't feel worthy of it, is where you're going to tap out. Okay, so realizing that you're worthy of all things, your soul quite literally incarnated into a limitless worthy energy, and you always are that energy, right? You can have anything you want. It's just telling the universe, believing and giving that energy of like, I'm deserving of this. And it's not wrong of me to want wealth, because with that wealth, I can give wealth to others. With that wealth, I'm able to live the life that I'm destined to live. With that wealth and that success and that good health, I'm able to share those frequencies, share those energies with others, to be that mode of transmutation in the world. Okay, so just be mindful of that. Let's look at the Five of Wands in your overall. Wow, you're just real all over the place here. Yeah, the person you're leaving behind is gonna be pissed. I don't think they're gonna show it as anger. It feels more like disappointment. Like, wow, really? Like, you did that? It feels, yeah, it's more resentment. That's the right word for it. And with the Two of Wands, they have the opportunity to release it and to realize that this is really rooted in their choice to not really see the healing they had to do. They were too focused on the external. Okay, that's a shame. That's a hard place to be. Yeah, Seven of Swords. It's a sabotaging behavior, a self-sabotaging behavior. And that's, yeah. And that's why they're going through that lesson with you. It's really because they have to learn to love themselves, but you're just not meant to be a pair. And they're going to go through a point where they're really struggling to accept that. And that's Neptune, though. Neptune will create these fantasies and illusions, these expectations of the unknown, and we need to learn to detach from it and accept what is. Very interesting read, Pisces. If you want to learn how to read tarot, go ahead, check out my tarot course. It's available on my site. It's 50% off through the end of June. So go ahead, check that out, as well as my mentoring program. If you want to become a certified energy healer in Reiki and or quantum healing, this is a globally offered mentorship program. It's 4 or 6 months long. You can do it as long as you have a computer, and as long as we can find time that both of us know we can work together, and or you can do it in person. Okay, I'm in North Carolina, so if you're local to North Carolina and you're going to be around, that's typically the most common way that I do teach. So go ahead, check that out, and yeah, check out my website for energy healing sessions and personal readings as well. But like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.